Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Today is the 27th of October of 2021. I'm taking a quick message. I will be also taking an oracle from the Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild. We're reading the energies. Today is also it's a Wednesday, everyone, so it's the Twin Flame Soulmate Connection reading day. So you should be looking out for that. Press on that notification bell if you have not already, so that you are notified when I upload. Now, the moon is moving through Cancer, so it's moving through its home. Therefore, strong energies, emotionally speaking, concerning to our country, our home, our mother, our security, matters to do with the past. Let's see what's going on as we're in eclipse energies already. Just wanting to let you know, to those of you that are waiting on personal readings, please know that I do not read. I do not work when I'm not in a good place. Sometimes readings can take a little bit longer than normal, because if I feel that the reading is not coming through naturally, I prefer to scrap the reading and redo it. So remember, we're always reading the energies, and when you order a personal reading through your birthday, your name, and our interaction, that's how I tune into your energy and try to guide you. Therefore, if a reading just doesn't flow, whether it's me reading on my channel or whether I'm doing personal readings, please note that I prefer not to read. I need to be happy, healthy, and ready to read for you before I do. So please respect that. Just something that you may want to know. All right, because I tried last night to do a personal reading. You know who you are, you're waiting on it. I tried twice. I said, that's it. Does not work. So let's see. I'm going to go through that again today. Let's see how this reading flows. Today, as I said, is the 27th of October of 2021. Tomorrow is a national holiday in Greece, so I won't be doing a daily upload. Spirit, if you could guide me, what are the energies today? What is the advice? What is the guidance? We've got the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, so emotional matters. Looks like a divine feminine has got her back to a divine masculine, someone who's showing up as cold and aloof. You need to trust your intuition where legalities or information is concerned. Remember that this could also speak to two people that are going through a divorce or are having trouble communicating. King of Swords would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. As I said, it can speak to legalities. This could be, the Queen of Cups is someone who maybe, reads cards or is an astrologer or is just very psychically inclined, spiritually inclined, and very intuitive. Someone who gives from the heart. King of Swords is someone that's more cerebral, more logical, more aloof, where emotional matters are concerned. This can speak to, because this is the past, present position, is the King of Swords. So this can speak to some truths coming through. This could also speak to where a divine feminine has turned their back on information. She's got to trust in her intuition, or if she's sort of, stepped away because she's got her back turned to this King of Swords. King of Swords could now be forced either to communicate or maybe is even using his sword of truth, which is a double-edged sword, can speak to clarity, can speak to information, but can also speak to severing ties. What's the outcome? We've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a sense of imprisonment, of course. It's the way someone is perceiving a situation. I would say that this King of Swords, even though there's fears, it's related to truths, to information, to blockages. So because this is a general reading and I'm not reading reversals, the King of Swords could be either communicating or cutting ties or looking for information or finding an intelligent way to come out of this blockage, because this is someone's perception. It could be information that's hidden or someone seeking. Let's take one card as clarity on that Eight of Swords. Wow, everyone. Wow. So 18 swords here, which speak to the moon energies. So this could speak to hidden matters concerning the past, someone's situation concerning their home. It could also speak to legalities connected to family, to someone's heritage, information, legalities going on. I mean, the Ten of Swords is an ending, right? It's an ending, and it's, again, it's like doing, going around in a circle, in a cycle. Just like the moon is the moon, 18 is the moon card, right? It's Cancer, and the moon is transiting through Cancer right now. What's interesting is that in the next few hours, we're going to have Venus sextiling Venus in Capricorn, which Capricorn is Saturnian, right? It's limitations, it's fears. This is a card of fear as well, fearing the worst. Venus will be sextiling over to Jupiter in Aquarius. So that could be information that's helpful, that's there, so that we could take it and do something with it. Now, of course, Jupiter in Aquarius, Jupiter expands. Aquarius is very intelligent. Where there's been, someone has been forced, if we can, use that term, forced to either speak up or look for information that's been missing, that's been keeping someone trapped in a situation. The trapping could be from a motherly figure if this is a relationship. Why? Because the moon is transiting through Cancer. So we're going to have that beautiful connection with Venus and Jupiter, which Jupiter expands on everything it touches. It could expand on the information where there's been blockages concerning someone's goals and aspirations. Also, we're also going to have a difficult aspect, which is going to be quite maturing, sobering. We've got the Sun, and I'd like to say happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday today. The Sun from Scorpio is going to be squaring over to Saturn in Aquarius. So again, concerning, remember, Scorpio and Aquarius, they're fixed signs. And this is a humbling energy. It's sobering because the Sun brings clarity. It brings happiness. It brings healing. But Saturn is squaring over to the Sun, which is like saying, you've got to do this. You're not going to do this in the way it was done. You have to find a new way to get around this blockage. We've got the Eight of Cups, which speaks to someone walking away from a situation that did not fulfill them totally. They could not find that bliss that they were looking for, that happiness, that, being happy on all levels. This does speak to a sobering energy for me. It's spiritually being guided to, this person who's walking away. He's looking for those two cups that are missing. So looking for an agreement to find their justice, find a sense of balance and harmony. Concerning their happiness, nevertheless. Remember, there's still things going on in Libra. I mean, Mars is still in Libra. It's close to exiting. It's at the nearly 28th degree, so it's, it's going to be quite a bit of a roller coaster with Mars at the last degrees of Libra. Remember, Mars is not happy in Libra, but Mars is getting excited. He's getting ready to power up as he's going to ingress into Scorpio. And that's going to be in about 3 days. So looking forward to that. It's a lot of power. It's, someone's been treading on eggshells, trying to not make trouble, cause trouble, but I feel that there's a sense of empowerment now. A sense of empowerment because, look, what else do we have to lose? I mean, the Ten of Swords, remember, is the end. It's the end of the end, and it's the darkest before the dawn. So also it can speak to information that concerning someone's deception or difficult chapter that they've been going through. Something has ended here nevertheless, and this is an ending. Remember, we've got 18 swords here, 19 again. I mean, 19 is the sun. Remember that the fixed energies in the sky, the fixed signs, are powering up, I would say. Why? Because they've been beaten so badly through that Saturnian and Uranian square going all year. It's as though they're ready to get empowered and thinking that there's nothing else that I've got to lose. I've got to take a chance. I've got to move forward. I cannot be stuck. So where there's been change or fear of change, the change is going to happen anyway. So what's the point of fearing it? Once we get to a point of, we've lost so much, what else is there to lose? It's more about, moving forward with more courage. That's what I'm getting from this reading. And this is someone obviously leaving a situation here. There's the deception that I just spoke about. 7 of Swords, 8, 10 of Swords. A lot to do with information missing. Maybe even, in the past, there was a form of celebration or something was celebrated. But then, look at this. There's 11 cups. This is like, there was a sense of accomplishment here, but then someone had to be intelligent, or there was secrecy or sneakiness concerning this celebration, this happy time. This could also speak to too many people in your business, I'm going to take 3 Lenormand. So it's got a lot to do with communication, information. We've got air and water. So a very emotional day it could be. Let's take 3 Lenormand and see what's going on. We've got the whip and number 11. So this speaks to conflict. It can speak to legalities, divorce, disagreements. The tree does speak to that Saturnian energy. It does speak to getting grounded. It can speak to a past connection, family, health, someone's emotional, psychological and physical health as well, because the King of Swords could also be a doctor, could be a psychiatrist, could be a psychologist, could be anything like that. And we've got the bear, which does speak to protection. Now, the bear can speak to someone that's in a position of power. Remember, it is a number 15, which does ring the Saturnian energies. Now, this is Mars in Aries, which Aries is ruled by Mars, yes. And it can speak to something long-term. So there's protection, there is power, as I said, empowerment, courage, which is Mars in Aries. Mars is getting ready to move into Scorpio, which is also strong there. So yes, someone is powering up, or this is support from someone who's quite intelligent. This could be an advisor for some of you. Could be a marriage counselor for others. Could be a solicitor. So we've got 2031, which equals a 4, and 4 is the Emperor. All right, let's see what Spirit has for us. What is the advice, please, Spirit? Hello, Eros. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge we have today. So the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge logically would be the throat chakra. This does speak to conversation, self-expression, communicating, being vocal. Let's read from the book. Intellectual knowledge, so on point with the King of Swords. So let's read. It's number 42, and 42 equals a 6, which we know 6 is the Lovers. 42. The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. You are distilling a new truth. It might be the truth of discernment, where you realize the appearance of a person, group, or cause is misleading, different to the inner reality. Discernment is incredibly important on the spiritual path, all the more so as you open up to work with energies, with teachers and teachings, and to sort out all issues in your life according to your spiritual principles. Discernment is not judgment, but it does not allow you to make informed decisions based on frequency. When you choose to associate with people who are on a higher frequency, everyone benefits. If you choose to associate with people on a lower frequency than your own, you may feel your life moving more slowly, becoming harder than it needs to be. Discernment helps you navigate through illusions and find the real gems. It helps you step back from those who say they want to support you, but who actually just want to take and not give in return. The fifth ray helps you choose wisely and sever unhealthy connections. I mean, this message is so on point. This ray also comes to you when there is more to something than meets the eye. You will be given the power to discover and understand the truth. Wait until the truth clicks inside you. Until then, keep looking deeper until you unravel the mystery. The fifth ray will help you do so successfully. The challenge with the fifth ray is to remain open-minded as you find your clarity. Be willing to find more information if you need it. The right answers will come. Be willing to change your viewpoint in order to perceive the truth of the matter. If a system is working for you, that's great. If it needs to be changed, don't be afraid to go into the chaos of creativity and try different ways until you discover what will work better for you now. The fifth ray has a special connection to the worlds of science. Therefore, you are encouraged to be an observer in your life, to experiment with what does and does not work for you. You are invited to pursue any form of science that is of interest to you, whether this is be learning nutritional science or quantum physics, the chemical composition and healing effects of essential oils, or researching meditation and healing. If these are not of interest to you, it could be simply the application of scientific mind set in your life. In that case, become methodical in areas that can benefit from systems, habits, and structures that replicate desired results. apply this approach to your exercise regime, your meditation practice, and any other aspects of your lifestyle that maximizes your potential and supports your best possible life path. Wow, that's a beautiful message, everyone. So it was talking very much about science and scientific new ways of doing things, and that does ring the Aquarian energy for me. So it looks like there is a sense of newness and new ways of doing things. As I was saying, don't go with the way things used to work. It's more about evolving and trying new things out in your life. Okay, so this could also speak to someone who's ready to do things differently. Okay, and also ready to even spiritually ascend. Okay, because where they've been maybe did not work. Okay. Now, what I see the 11 as you know always, is like an open portal. It's the time of Libra that we've been through. With the tree here, which is a number 5. 5 is, it's the Hierophant. 11 is justice. The Hierophant does speak to, you know, what we believe in, or anything to do with traditions and, you know, keeping traditions going. I mean, that is Taurus, and Taurus is where Uranus is wreaking havoc, right? Where there's been, you know, no change, Uranus is there to bring upheaval because of a lack of being able to change, because of fixed ideas, you know, doing things the way they were traditionally done. And obviously can speak to commitments or marriage or someone's beliefs. Number 15, which is also the devil. Remember, in the tarot, it's that Capricorn energy, Saturnian. Again, Capricorn is where Pluto is transiting, which is breaking things down, you know, a step at a time. Now, Capricorn is very sobering. It's very maturing. It's like taking charge of one's life. It's being the leader. It's cardinal Earth, taking charge to bring the stability that maybe you were lacking in, because number 5 is change, isn't it? So where there was something long-term, whether it was a marriage or if this was a spiritual connection, someone was very conflicted about it. Is this a spiritual connection? Are we connected spiritually? Because someone here could have a very scientific mind, not so much an emotional or spiritually inclined persona per se. Do you know what I mean? So if this is a love connection, we've got the divine feminine that's more attuned. She's more ascended spiritually. Whereas the divine masculine is more, this is what I see, this is what I perceive. And maybe that's the blockage here. Maybe that's the difficulty. But remember that the moon, we're having a lunar eclipse just around the corner in November in Taurus, a full moon, which means that something will be eclipsed out of that stability. Now, is it someone's financial situation? Is it someone's beliefs? Is it someone changing things up the way they perceive, you know, their path moving forward? Uranus is very much about a new way of thinking. Being strategic. Uranus is great intelligence. And that's what we've got here. Sometimes, you know, the intellectual intelligence of someone is not enough. The intelligence and the experience of life and living life, you know, the experiences of life, where you can get someone that's really, I mean, a bookworm. They've been educated, they've been sitting behind a desk for years and years, very intellectual, very intelligent, where, you know, the mind is, but where life's experiences are concerned, that's another story altogether. So here it's as though, I don't know why, but it's like mixing oil with water. They don't mend easily. So some form of a change needs to happen. Some form of an alchemy needs to happen, and that would probably happen with the help of spirit. Temperance comes to mind, right? The alchemy. Trying to mix two different people, to mend the differences, if that is ever possible. Anyway, I will leave you with that. That's what I get for today. I want to send you lots of love, lots of light, everyone. Let's just see what's at the bottom. And we've got the mice. And the mice speaks to an open wound concerning relationships. Chiron in Libra. Okay, this is not an easy card. It's depletion, it's deficiencies, it can speak to disease. And when we speak of disease, it can be an emotional, spiritual, physical. So it can speak to some open wound where there's been a lack of balance, an injustice I'm going to speak of again. Okay, this is an open wound that needs to be looked at, and it does speak to relationships of all sorts. This can also speak to financial matters. All right, everyone, so sending you lots of love, lots of light. Talk to you soon. Love you all very much.